Why do we call it the personal computer? Well, it's not just a box or a station, right? Your PC doesn't exist without you. And you don't just use your PC, you're its keeper. You're responsible for it.
Yeah, total
PC
haters.
gamers get their hands dirty. We turn the screws, we clean the fans, we thread the cables.
No.
It's got your fingerprints on it, and that has a special kind of pride. We build our PCs.
Your
and through
fingerprints?
them,
What?
We build friendships and rivalries. We build communities and our reflexes.
I'm down!
We write stories. We make mods because we get to decide what experience we want.
Get the hell out of my face.
That was
God
funny
bless
as
you,
shit. She said,
modders.
boop.
PCs are scaffolding for our imaginations. That's what PC gaming means to us. To build. And to give back to your hobby as much as it gives to you. This is the PC Gaming Show 2017.
All right, I'm biased, but I'm totally. I liked it. I liked it. It was very nice. He said so.
Boys and girls and lovers of games.
Yeah, well, at least this guy doesn't have on a
It's
t-shirt
the PC Gaming Show, sponsored by Intel. How are you all doing this
under
fine
his
morning?
jacket. That whole
Yes.
80s
You're
Tom
doing
Cruise
woo.
looking shit.
That's excellent. I'm your host, Sean
Yes.
89 Plot, and if you have never been to this show before, it's simple. We have a slew of
Lori, honey,
incredible
please be
guests who are going
quiet,
to talk
okay?
about all their upcoming games, one after the other. So, I'd like to warmly welcome all of you for coming out to the beautiful Ace Hotel Theater in downtown Los Angeles. Twitch chat, it's a pleasure to have you here. I know that you're currently being productive and constructive in chat right now. Now, if you're interested in watching in another language, over at PCGamingShow.com, we have German, Spanish, Russian, Chinese. Feel free to head there, or stay right here for English coverage. And without any further ado, let's find out what's happening this year at the PC Gaming Show.
This is the PC Gaming Show.
Yeah.
Live from the theater at Ace Hotel in downtown Los Angeles.
What's a
California.
ravel? I don't know, Shiki.
Coming up,
I've never had
Intel
one.
explores the future
Trent,
of
come
PC
here.
gaming.
You know
New
why.
announcements from Xbox. Jordan Weissman, the creator of MechWarrior, gives a first ever look at Battletech's campaign. New footage for Middle-earth: Shadow of War. A new game from Play Entertainment. New
right.
gameplay
One,
from
two,
Total
five,
War
meeting.
Warhammer 2. New announcements for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. An exciting reveal from Tripwire Interactive. And plenty more. Now, once again, Sean Plott.
Thank you so much, evil omnipotent voice in the sky. Let's talk about our very
New
first
Clay.
game. It is an expansion to the legendary and infamous turn-based strategy game, XCOM 2. Let's take a look.
Show us the things. Yeah, I like him too.
You're not supposed to be here. At last, a true
Triggered, it's not Easter. T2.
If only you knew the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
There were 3 resistance groups that we consider a legitimate threat to Advent. Together, they'd make one hell of a fighting force.
No.
Too bad they hate each other.
So, you do exist.
They were sent here to purge the lost.
You are safe here.
Suppose we should begin then.
Now the real war begins.
That's trying.
Aww.
Here with me to talk about XCOM 2 War of the Chosen is the creative director of XCOM 2 over at Firaxis, Jake Solomon. Pleasure to have you here today.
This is very exciting. We finally get to talk about this, so yes, I'm very pumped. Thank you for having us.
Well then tell us, what is War of the Chosen all about?
Well, so the goal with this game really was to make something massive. So we added a ton of new enemies, lots of new soldier classes, new environments, story, strategy systems, just tons of new toys for players to engage with.
And I understand that it's an expansion that's even larger than any of the ones you've done previously.
Yeah, easily twice the size of the previous XCOM expansion. It is massive.
Good lord.
Well, let's go ahead and start talking about some of the content that's in there. Who are the Chosen?
The Chosen, right? You saw them, they starred in the trailer. So they were
Right,
designed to
T2?
be the ultimate enemies of XCOM. They are three almost champions of the alien army. And they have three very distinct personalities and three very distinct fighting styles. And the player is going to get to know those very well because over the course of a whole game, they're going to fight each of those Chosen multiple times. And the Chosen, just like
Fighting,
the player,
Shiki?
they get stronger over the course of the game. They learn new skills, new abilities. They even gain new procedural strengths that the player's going to have to contend with.
So in a sense, it's not like a normal enemy where you might see a Chosen in one battle and a Chosen in the next. It will be the same Chosen again and again and again, getting new strengths.
That's right, that's right. And so they always have something new up their sleeve because they're always learning sort of new tricks.
Well, you mentioned the personalities of the different Chosen.
Yeah.
Walk me through who the Chosen are and what
Need
the
a paper
strengths
towel.
and
You spilled
weaknesses
this on my
might be.
desk.
Yeah, so for example, there's the assassin.
It's all good.
And her personality is tied up in duty and honor. She feels very honor-bound to serve her masters, her creators, and she does it, of course, by hunting down XCOM.
She looks freaking
killing
amazing.
soldiers, you know?
A natural expression of identity.
We're bringing back some familiar elements from earlier games, yes. And so, but combat-wise, she's a mix of stealth and close-quarters combat, so she can vanish
XCOM
from
2.
sight, and she uses that to get in close on the soldiers and use her blade. So, like the other Chosen, she's very powerful, and she has a sort of unique fighting style that the player hasn't seen before.
Exactly,
And we talked
T2.
about
They were
this
like,
new
come together on
obstacle
this, fellas.
form of the Chosen. You know, mentioned the assassin. Who are the
Right.
other two?
There's the hunter, that's more of a long-range sniper.
Yeah.
And then we have the warlock, which is, you know, a warlock. So
Wow. He said we have the
yeah,
warlock,
and
which is
doesn't he
a
look like
warlock.
So yeah, they all have very unique
You tell it,
skill
little
sets,
buddy.
and so it's fun to fight each of them.
What about the new tools that players have in order to try to overcome this obstacle of the Chosen?
Yes, so as you saw in the trailer, XCOM is not the only resistance movement on Earth. So in War of the Chosen, you have these three factions out there, and like the Chosen, they all have distinct philosophies and distinct fighting styles. But for the player to get access to those, first they have to win those factions over. They have to recruit them to the XCOM cause. But when you do, you have access to the three of the most powerful soldiers we've ever created. So
And we're taking a look at the Reaper right now. What's the gameplay of the
that's
Reaper?
right, the Reapers. So they are sort of stealth marksmen and saboteurs. Then we have the Skirmishers, which are actually defectors from the alien army.
Oh, that makes sense with the art style. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Look at those fingers. Yeah, so they're...
Yeah, you know, Shiki, I continue to say this, and I probably will until like the end of time. But you know, we make jokes about Nine Dragons and how old it is, and you know how it's always going to be a game that is close to my heart. But it's because in that game, it had a version of a hybrid
So it's sort of like
that was a
mini
true
resource management
hybrid.
mechanics
It
specifically
had
for the
some of
time.
everything. It was like
trade-offs there, whereas they
it wasn't super powered in anything. It was honestly like mediocre across all of the things. But it made you self-sufficient
Now, in the
or a
trailer, we
good
got
party
a chance to
player.
briefly
And
look
I've
at
found,
the
you know, as we go
Lost.
through
And though we didn't
games,
see them too much,
you know,
I wanted
playing
to get the
different things,
chance
like
for
you
you to
said,
talk about
assassins,
them a little more.
archers,
Who are they?
mages,
Right, so
you know, and
the
they do
Lost-
small
this
variations in
comes down
that.
to the idea that
But
the
there's not
original
really
alien
any
invasion happened 20 years
new
ago.
types
And in that
of
invasion, the aliens
things out
destroyed
there.
some
Now,
of the
they do
greatest
have the
cities in
games,
world, and
like
we
if you
never
get
went
into
back. So in War of the
MMORPGs,
Chosen, we go back,
where
and what you
they
find
have
there
such
are the
variation that
Lost.
you're supposed to have a wider range
I
of
thought
stuff
that
to
everyone
give
in
a
the
more
city's
true
died, but it
feel of, you know, a hybrid type character. But I still haven't found anything, you know, when it comes to it, it's like, yeah, I go in, okay, I'm the healer, the end. I'm the buffer, the end. You know what I mean?
You don't fight single loss. They move in large swarms. And so when you go into the cities, these swarms are drawn to the sound of combat, and they never stop coming. And there is a silver lining, which is that the Lost don't like aliens either. So,
really? Okay.
Yeah, so once the Lost show up, then everybody's fighting for their lives.
And I know that a big hallmark of the XCOM games is the sort of tactical maneuvers of the AI that, in the same way you're planning, it's planning too. But the Lost behave quite differently.
Yeah, they're mindless. So the idea is that you have this tactical combat going on against you versus the Advent, the aliens, and then all of a sudden this horde shows up and it throws everybody's plans out of whack. And then you can even have maps where there are Chosen, Lost, you're fighting the Advent at the same time. It makes for some very, very beautiful chaos. It is definitely unlike any other XCOM missions you've played.
Well, Jake, you're the first guest out, so I'm going to ask you the big question.
Okay.
You don't, T2? It doesn't seem nice to digest food
August 29th, so very soon.
2 months.
That's right, very soon on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So people should follow XCOM on Twitter and Facebook if they want to keep up with
XCOM's coming to
all the
everything.
information.
And Jake didn't want to do this, but I'm going to make him do it. Follow Jake on Twitter. It's at Solomon J.
Yeah, exactly,
Follow him,
Shiki.
say hello, and tell him you're proud to be a follower.
Yes, please, thank you. I don't like self-promotion.
Don't worry, I got you covered. At Jake Solomon.
Thank you.
It's at Jake Solomon. At Jake Solomon. Thanks so much for joining me
wow,
today.
at Jake Solomon, at Jake
Solomon.
Solomon. Really, guy?
Now, as some of you may know, I am not the only host at this event. Joining me to do all sorts of announcement goodies is a woman named Sonia Reed, but you may know her a little better as OMG It's Firefox. How's it going, Sonia?
Oh, this is our VR chick.
Hi. Thank you, Sean, and hello, you beautiful gamers. And whether you are checking us out online or you're hanging out with us here today, I am super excited to be here and show you guys some awesome games. And you know what? I'm not going to wait. We're just going to get right into it. I want to show you a game called Ooblets. It is going to be coming out early next year, and it is from an impressive studio of only 2 people called Glumberlands. So it's kind of a mashup between Harvest Moon meets Pokemon meets Adventure Time, but even cuter, if you can imagine that. So
wait, what?
I'm going to show you how to grow and customize your Ooblets in this exclusive trailer.
Y'all didn't pretend. Oh! It's another farming simulator. You know how I feel about farming simulators. The fuck? What? He's a girl. It is. That's the game you told me about. It is freaking adorable. And like, check it out. We give him like rooms and stuff. Why is he standing in the corner like weird Stardew Valley babies? Stop it. He said it's so adorable. Oh my god, they're dancing. What? I love it. Oh, Ooblets is adorable.
That trailer?
Isn't that trailer? You want to be the bad guy that looks like a pedo?
I'm on
him. It feels like Harmon. Yeah, that's what they were saying, exactly.
Moving to position.
That Ooblets trailer makes me oh so happy, and the previous one you just got the chance to see is the old school tabletop game BattleTech, distilled into its purest form on PC. And here to talk about it from Harebrained Schemes is Jordan Wiseman and Mitch Gittleman. Welcome, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you up on stage.
Thank you very much.
Woo! Yes, that's the spirit. Oh, hell yeah. Now, there's been a lot of games based on BattleTech. Tell us about this incarnation.
By all means, BattleTech is a modern, turn-based tactical game set within the MechWarrior universe. There's going to be 3 modes of play. A single-player skirmish, a multiplayer skirmish, and then our open-ended mercenary campaign.
Well, I want to hop straight into some of that single-player content by taking a journey to the Argo. I understand that, you know, there's all sorts of combat goodies that we're going to see in a moment, but the Argo is in between missions. Walk us through what we're seeing.
Right, so the Argo is broken down a hulk of a spaceship from a bygone era, and it is your mercenary command center. You could take it all over space, going from
so we're not talking. No, they only showed that for half a second, and now we have to be like mercenaries.
All sorts of different
I don't want to be a mercenary, damn it.
All the way up to the
Janet.
lords and ladies of noble houses. And from there, you can also command your entire mercenary crew. There's Samiri, she's your navigator, and you command her and all of your mech warriors as you take your jobs and upgrade your ship.
I'm curious a little bit about the storyline in the single player.
Sure. So you're going to see in a few moments Lady Kamea Arano. She's a deposed ruler. Her throne was taken by her uncle, and you are going to jump in and help her regain her throne. Of
course.
It's been plunged, the whole space has been plunged into a bloody civil war.
And these, of course, are the tools of negotiation and diplomacy called battle mechs. And here in the mech bay, which is one of the key components of the Argo, you're able to customize the mechs, adding different weapons, changing out weapons and armor, heat sinks, all that kind of stuff. Yang here is your master of ceremonies. He's one of the key crew members, because fixing these mechs after you come back from combat, you're a merc. You're supposed to make money. Taking damage, you know, sets you behind, and so that's a really delicate balancing act.
I can imagine they're trying to get all the
I hope it has online. Oh, multiplayer. I would die, Shiki. Oh, that would be fabulous.
Parts are scarce. Battlefield salvage is an important part of the game, and that also gets into, you know, like, when you take out an enemy, try to leave the parts you want.
They won't take us back to the Ooblets.
Just hard enough to take them
no matter
down.
how much
There's
we pay.
Lady Kamea Arano there, and she's going to be the person you work for.
Yeah, T2.
But of course, when
no,
the
they didn't. They just
ends,
showed the little video thing. It's over with.
You can still play the open-ended campaign, traveling around doing whatever you want, and there are the battle mechs.
Yes, now we're going to get a chance to look at the combat itself. You're coming down from the Argo. You're descending into battle. Walk me through what we're seeing.
By all means. So BattleTech full 3D environment. And
no, let's have Alpha T2.
The environment.
Give me an Alpha.
Line of sight, sensors, cover. Even though you're, you know, friggin' 30-foot tall, covered in armor, hiding in a forest still helps. It soaks off damage. And so all of those are kind of core components of any modern game, and especially facing, which is really important in this game.
Facing really matters in BattleTech. You know,
I know, so
battle
far
mechs
away.
aren't giant bags of hit points. Instead, they have 11
That's what
different
Twitter
armor
said.
locations. There's internal structure. They have the internal components, these critical slots filled with all sorts of important pieces. So what you're trying to do is strip off the armor from one location and then keep your facing to try and penetrate it, get to the juicy bits.
Yeah, I mean, I see this diagram at the top. It's reminiscent of the original tabletop game, which I actually played as a kid. And I mean, like...
As a kid, huh? Thanks, pal.
I mean, I understand it's the same sort of idea where damaging the arm disables that weapon, but the mech can keep going.
And you keep going on, you blow that arm off, and they lose those weapons.
And the back is really juicy and tasty, too. You get around the back.
Oh, that sounded so terrible. Why are you going to say that so juicy and tasty?
I said that out. We're live, right?
Yeah, I think you would love this game.
We'll allow it. We'll allow
there
it.
you go. What you just saw there is Melee. One of the
even though I would totally try it, I would suck so bad.
You know, armored suits, and so going up and being able to slug and kick and just, you know, even put a foot through a cockpit or death from above, jump up and slam down on mechs. All that stuff is supported in this game. And
you really want to manage your heat too. You're walking, you know, these mechs. The pilots are sitting on a giant nuclear reactor basically, and so you really want to watch your heat, how much
like this
your,
guy here is
your different weapons do, because if you shut down in combat, you are quite.
Wait, so it changes?
It's been really fascinating to watch a lot of the streams because I know you guys just went into beta. Where can the people here go to sign up to play?
Why, Sean, they can go to BattleTechGame.com. That's BattleTechGame.com.
There you go.
Come find us on BattleTechGame.com.
BattleTechGame.com.
This is the guy to talk.
BattleTechGame.com.
Now, I'd like to state again, BattleTechGame.com. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Jordan,
yes.
it's been a pleasure.
Do the beta, baby.
Now, our very next game you may recognize from PC Games past. To talk about it, we got Sonya in the mezzanine.
Thank you, Sean. Our next game is to come to us from our friends at Tales World Entertainment, and they have been working on an awesome open-ended action medieval RPG game, so I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. We're going to check out the trailer for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord.
Michael. Okay, I don't see where you can sign up for it, though. Alright, what's this one? She looks like a washed-up April Lavigne. Yes, T2, I'm doing the same! Go, man, go! But no, I went to that BattleTechGame.com and I don't see where you can sign up for keys there, so I have no idea. I looked for that for you, Veliax. Oh my god, their icons are the same. I would be stabbing the wrong people. Yes, agreed, agreed. Ooblets has been number one. Number one, number one. He's a just wait. He's a no. $60, I gotta become a backer.
Always a pleasure to have Mount & Blade 2 here at the PC Gaming Show. Now, I know we've just
that was crazy.
We've seen XCOM and Ooblets and BattleTech. We would love to hear your thoughts. Use hashtag PC Gaming Show. Let us know what you think. We'll even put some of the tweets up here live. Not all of the tweets, because that would be a disaster. Some of you on Twitter really need to pull it together. But either way, we'd be thrilled to hear your thoughts. Coming up next, we have the sequel to Total War Warhammer 1. It's Total War Warhammer 2. I'm joined by Al Bickham from Creative Assembly.
How you doing?
How's it going, Al?
Yeah, really good. Good to be here.
So tell me, what is it that's been going on since your announcement a few months ago?
Quite a lot, really. I mean, this is we're working on the second game in our trilogy. It's going to be every bit as big as the first game, but we're layering on. We're sort of doubling down on all the stuff that made the first game so fun, which is real diversification between the factions and a whole range of new kind of gameplay extras in the campaign game as well. So 4 new factions set across 4 new continents.
There's 4 new factions, is there?
Yep, 4 new factions, yep.
I thought there were 2 big ones we were talking about.
No, well, we're focusing on the High Elves and the Lizard Men at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's the Dark Elves as well, and another 4th race, which we have yet to announce.
Oh, you tease.
I know, terrible, isn't it?
Well, so they haven't decided,
a little bit about the High Elves and the Lizard Men.
Right, so they're both essentially working towards the same goal in the campaign game, which is to heal the Great Vortex, which is a sort of unique feature of the campaign map, which ties the whole narrative of the game together.
Right.
But even those in the Warhammer world with the same aims will inevitably come to blows at some point. So that's what what we'll be showing today.
And we're going to be looking at what is called a quest battle between the High Elves and the Lizard Men. Walk us through a little bit of what we're about to see.
Oh, it doesn't,
okay,
Cheeky?
So this is,
really?
We're about to show some footage from a quest battle.
What, single player?
Khotgar, who's one
single
of the
player?
legendary lords for
What
the
you
Lizard
mean
Men.
single player?
This is one of his
We
quest
don't
battles.
do no
It's Battle for the
stinking
Fallen Gates.
single player.
So you'll see the master Lizard Man forces trying to oust.
But no, so it's an indie game that they're trying to get together then, Cheeky.
Power side of the Lizard Men.
What the heck was
I'm
that?
very excited to take a look. It's going to be some in-game footage from the Battle of the Fallen Gates.
They tried to start that shit too early. Well, that was messed up. I don't know, it messed up. They're cone heads. Bellyaxe, did you see that? Those shiny ones, they're cone heads. I feel like everybody is grasping at straws this year. Last year it was like, bam, we're bringing you this and this and this. And it seems so pow, 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 like here's the dates and stuff. And all of this seems like, hey guys, the early access type stuff that they've been pulling off, you know, because, I don't know, it used to be you waited for years and a game came out finished with some glitches. This is like, yeah. Well, yeah, Shiki, I believe that, you know, taking donations to fund it and stuff is awesome. This one comes out September 28th. What?
September 28th, Al? That is the first time I think we've
No, he's talking about Ooblets, Belly Axe.
We're announcing that today. We're officially out on the 28th of September. So we're available for pre-orders now. We've got an early adopter bonus, which is really significant. Sort of bunch of new content for Warhammer 1. It's a new race pack, in fact. So yeah, we're out this year.
Well, I want to take a step back, and I want to have you talk a little bit about what it was that we just saw in the Battle of the Fallen Gates.
Right, so as I mentioned, this is a quest battle, and this is the Lizardmen versus the High Elves. Right. And this is what we've got playable here at E3 this week.
With his apple wash, I'll see that. The creator is Rebecca. She doesn't seem to be a part of it. Yeah, I saw that. Her little, like, Twitch thing. Yeah, her Twitch thing.
They're essentially
Twitter.
Ancient spacefaring dinosaurs. And they, you know, small dinosaurs that ride big dinosaurs with Aztec space lasers, and it's playing with Warhammer.
It's just dinosaurs all the way down,
all the way up and all the way down. Yeah. So
I like the little dancing.
Gives us these toys to play with to make the game with. It's awesome.
Well, backing out of the battle, I know that the campaign map in Total War Warhammer was a big hit. What's going on with the campaign level in Warhammer 2?
So in Warhammer 2, we've got a ton of new campaign features which lead you to kind of explore and discover and gain new abilities and that kind of stuff. And it's all based around a sort of overarching narrative, so all the races are in tension right until the end. But we're also, shortly after launch, we're also releasing a free update for the game, which will bring the combined campaign map into play, which is the landmass from Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 together in a gigantic campaign map where you can play any of the races that you own from both games. Yeah.
Well, I understand you have presence here at E3, not just in this show, but also on the floor. What are players going to get the chance to play there?
Yep, so they can play the Battle of the Fallen Gates. We've got 2 difficulty modes, so a kind of starter difficulty mode and a veterans difficulty mode.
I should have tagged her in that tweet.
We're also rolling, when you play it, you'll see the actual campaign map as well. We've put a video together that details loads of the new features of the campaign map, so you can actually see that in action as well. So if you get a chance, go play. It's really good fun.
Well, Al, I want to thank you for coming out and talking to us today about Total War Warhammer 2. Once again, feel free to check it out on the E3 floor, or if you're at home, there'll be tons of footage and updates about the Battle of the Fallen Gates. Now, our next game is in the card game genre, a genre where no matter how hard I try, I wind up playing bad decks and having fun. Here to talk about the upcoming expansion for Shadowverse is Kripparrian.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to talk to you guys about Shadowverse. Shadowverse is one of the best card games out there because it basically just does everything right.
No one wants to play it.
Every time I log into Shadowverse, I have an amazing experience.
Oh wait, so this is like Hearthstone then?
Whatever cards, anything I want to do. And of course, every time there's new cards added to the game, this whole thing gets forwarded, and really the game gets so much richer. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the worldwide debut of the Wonderland Dreams trailer.
Trailer. Head bigger than his body. Stop. T2.
I have a book for thee, like no other. Each page a window to a long-lost land.
What is this?
Where fairy tales dovetail with myths. And
this looks way cooler than that. What up, man? This game is already out. I know, Shiki. I know. It's an update or something, isn't it?
Within this book, all ambitions bloom.
Oh, look at that Beauty and the Beast.
My fickle friend. A dark abyss awaits us all. For blood-pricked roses
Glad to hear it.
But fear not to bite life's fruit, for in this land,
wait, was he a vampire?
Is key. With
that monster was
breath,
cool.
The door sweeps
open. Never mind. I know it is. No, not any mention of Crash Bandicoot yet. And no, Shiki, I was being a smartass, you know.
So
never mind.
Is this really just
that's definitely not what the game would look like. Now, if it looked like that, I would be playing it all the live long day. Yeah, right?
Thank you, Cygames, and thank you, Crip. As you know, technology is an extremely important
I don't know,
games,
Shiki.
especially with the ever-increasing power of hardware and with new demands coming from VR. Here to talk a little bit about tech in games is the leader of the software development group at Intel. It's Doug Fisher. Doug, come on out.
How you doing, Sean?
Hey, thanks for joining us, Doug.
It's great to be here.
I want to thank you, Doug, for coming out, and of course, thanks to Intel for sponsoring this event. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us. And since Doug
Shadowverse is the Hearthstone for the Viva. Really,
give the stage to Doug.
Crash
Hey,
Bandicoot.
good morning, everyone. I am very excited to be here. And I'm very excited to talk to the PC gaming community about all the announcements we made.
I mean, we got a bunch of stuff still coming for today, MM.
You're the gamers. All these announcements are very relevant to everything we do.
Yes, Doug Fisher.
2016 was an amazing year by all measures in gaming. Look at the number of live streams in Twitch. Over 2 million new live streams. Over 300 million esports enthusiasts.
2 million?
And look at the growth in VR. 2017 is going to be even more amazing. And why? Because of you. It's because of you in this room, the PC gamers. It's because of you on the broadcast.
Yeah, MM. I've been waiting for that one for more years than I can count no more.
You drive us to innovate. You were on the edge of technology all the time with you. You have that instinct on what the new capabilities are that we need to deliver. And then you have this amazing, inclusive, and social environment. Young, old, male, female, tech, non-tech.
You are wrong.
Getting together, inspiring each other to immerse themselves in this environment. Now, it starts at Intel with amazing hardware technology. We've talked about the launch we had 2 weeks ago of our X Series platforms. Now, you gaming enthusiasts
You're tempted to
will
make
love
a Twitter
the Core
to follow
i7X
the Ooblets?
Overclocking capability. It's an amazing system. And you megatasters who want to game,
I follow
play, stream, will love the beast of them all, the Core i9 Extreme Edition. An amazing system for this environment. Now, as a software person, I love this environment. I love this hardware. Because why?
But you just said you were a software person.
Less time waiting, more time creating that amazing content. I work with over 1 million gaming developers to ensure they take full advantage of all that innovation we put on our platforms. Whether it's working on the caching algorithms or the high-density graphics or multi-core, it doesn't matter, all the different areas, the best-known methods. We ensure these millions of developers are making the most out of that platform, delivering the best content. Then we work to market that so that all the gamers out here, the billions of gamers, know the new compelling content that's available.
I might be dozing off over here, y'all. Yeah, he is contradicting himself, I know.
And this is just an example.
I just want him to talk, or, you know, stop talking. Show me games, man. Show me games.
A lot of these titles. These are just a few examples, whether it's Halo Wars 2 or Overwatch, or in the VR space, where it's Arizona Sunshine.
Ooh, there's your Destiny 2.
We're working with all these content providers to ensure they take full advantage of all those new capabilities. Look where I was laying. How many people have heard of Destiny?
Did he just say how many people have... Oh, my goodness.
I couldn't be more excited to tell you that we worked with Bungie and Activision to bring Destiny 2 to the PC. That, yes, we're bringing the PC, yes, bring it up.
Bringing the PC.
That experience is absolutely amazing. And I can't think of a better person to talk about how amazing that experience is than the full-time live Twitch streamer and YouTube broadcaster. Welcome on stage, Tefty Teft.
Who?
Hey, Tefty.
See, I must not be watching the right people. I'm sorry. I don't know who. They always go, oh, you know, a such and such streamer, and I have no issues with that, but I don't know who any of them are, so I'm a slacker.
Thousands of hours, hundreds of raids completions. I've built my community around Destiny on Twitch, and I'm a co-host for, one of the founding co-hosts of Destiny Community Podcast, one of the biggest podcasts specifically for Destiny. So I I know a lot about Destiny, and I play a lot of it.
That's great. And so
Hefty,
when you play
is that his name for real, Shiki?
I have, yeah. I got to play it at the event. I got to say, the PC experience.
Oh,
is
he's
amazing.
annoying to watch.
As,
well, maybe that's what it is.
Somebody who's played a lot of hours
picky
in
about
Destiny,
the people I watch.
Everybody knows how is it going to transfer? How's the experience going to go from console to PC? Are they going to actually be able to deliver? And I can say 100% sure that the PC experience is incredible. When I got to play it,
you're right.
I was blown away. I popped Dawnblade, used a mouse and keyboard, and rain and fire from above. It was amazing. You guys, if you're a fan of Destiny, you're going to love Destiny 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, is anybody out here going to be able to participate and play with this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's going to be on the it's going to be on the show floor. The other thing too is they've got.
Okay, then why don't they have that King Goliathan guy on here then?
4K is going to be beautiful looking. It's got 21:9 ratio, uncapped frame rates. I mean, for me personally, I'm going to be looking at pushing 144 or higher for FPS because, it's going to be so nice. And yes, absolutely. On top of that, Bungie
I'm with you on the FPS.
has told me
FPS is
something
beautiful.
specific that is exciting for the high CPU core count chips. They are optimizing the engine so it will take advantage of all the cores in your CPU.
Did I get your tweet? Hold on, let me peep.
Which, hey,
let me peep the tweet.
Maybe hook me up. If you have an i9 Extreme, it will be able to take advantage of all those cores. That is that's great. As an enthusiast, PC enthusiast myself, I'm very excited about that potential for Destiny 2. I can't wait to run it out maxed with as many frames as possible.
Well, fantastic. You guys all have a chance to take a look at it. Maybe you and I can play later today.
That'd be great.
All right.
It's going to be on the E3 show floor. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Doug.
Big hand.
Yeah, he may have. That's true.
I love that. That experience. Nothing says it like that, right? All right. So it's not just about the top 8
PC enthusiast, but he streams on the PS4.
The broad set of developers we participate with. The independent developers. You can see examples of properties that they've developed. We want to make sure everybody's developing and creating content on the PC to create more and more opportunity to participate in that. We're inspiring these developers through a contest called Level Up. Take a look at the sponsors between Intel. You got
create something sensational, redefine immersive gaming experiences.
This event.
There you go, guys. I'm going to become a gamer creator now.
Like Tim Schafer. Tim Schafer is going to be judging this contest. The winner will be announced at PAX West in Seattle in September. I encourage you to participate. It's a great event. It's a great opportunity for independent developers to get involved and participate. And why do we care?
Right.
As a software
What's up, Hyra? How you doing today?
We want more and more content out there. We want more opportunities for games.
More of the games
to participate. We want to discover the next big thing on the PC. We don't know where it's going to come from. So we want lots of people participating on our platform.
Okay, so they want to take your game and own it. So create a game for them, damn it.
And you, everybody here, all you gamers, you can participate as well. I'm certain as you're participating in a game,
is it really 5 years?
Unique that you'd like to bring to reality. This is your opportunity to be one of those developers as well, or at least influence one of those developers. And create that amazing immersive experience. Whether you're a gamer, content creator, or even esports.
Looking.
Now, speaking of esports, we had 2 exciting announcements.
No, we can't do that. Look what you just made me do, crazy person. That was a bad idea.
The first being, we have a landmark deal with ESL.
Hyper.
Intel is now the global technology
I'll check that
provider
later.
for esports for ESL. That's great news for everybody.
That was to wake everybody up.
In the gaming
he
community.
Said, sorry, not you. Everybody else but
events, for the studios, the back-end operations, and the streaming capabilities during the event. You'll have the latest technology.
No, I mean, I'm with you on that, Shiki.
Now, the thing I love
Me
about
too.
sports, and I'm traditional.
I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts for more years than I've been alive.
They have this tradition around these things called a Grand Slam, whether it's tennis, golf, rugby. They have a Grand Slam, and there's no reason we can't have that in esports, and that's why we're excited with Oculus, ESL, and Intel are sponsoring the Grand Slam event, Intel Grand Slam. And all these leagues getting together, and the first team to win 4 of the 10 events will be the Grand Slam winner. They'll collect their traditional prize, but in addition, they'll get
the Grand Slam winners.
$1 million bonus for being the Grand Slam winner. $1 million.
Holy crap! $1 million bucks.
All right.
They do it for $1 million.
I was so excited about the announcement today around Echo Arena. They've taken this property and now are making it VR multiplayer.
Still Blitzball.
Do you guys see that announcement today? It's so great. They're creating a multiplayer VR experience and bringing it to life in this platform. We're so excited about it at Intel, and we want so many people to start participating with it. We are sponsoring a deal in conjunction with Oculus to make this available with Oculus free of charge for limited time at launch. So all of you can play with this game free of charge starting July 20th.
Dota 2 and League pool prize is like 20 to 30 million. It's not even the IEM and count. Well, I mean,
now I know when you become an expert, what do you want to do? You want to showcase those skills. Wouldn't it be awesome if you had an opportunity to showcase those skills? That's why we're super excited.
Overwatch is cheap as hell.
What? The VR challenge with Intel,
they're the new kids on the block.
The VR challenge. It's a virtual challenge in the VR arena.
Good lord!
And everybody's going to compete.
That's a lot of freaking
and the
money.
End of it's going to be in Poland at the Intel Extreme Masters, where the finals will be.
It'll be in Poland. But that's not until next year.
Book your tickets now. It's going to be a crazy event. Now, I know everybody likes a challenge. Everybody's excited about challenges. I'm going to give you a challenge all here today. Just participate in at Intel Gaming. Follow at Intel Gaming, and you'll have a chance by participating there to win one of 3 great prizes, one from Oculus, one from Asus, and one from iBuyPower. You'll have a chance to win one of these prizes just by participating in this challenge. And don't dismay, all those will have Core i7 in the systems. So it's a great opportunity to play, participate, and bring up that challenge.
Yeah, I've noticed that it's been like, dropping down. I don't know, I might want to go to Poland T2.
You see the immersive capabilities. And why is that happening? Because we have amazing Intel hardware. As a software person, that helps me participate in creating amazing and compelling content. And those new immersive experiences we all want
if it's free.
So the realm of possibilities are here now. An example of that is VR. So I'm stepping away now. I'm going to go up and look at the Echo platform, Echo Arena.
Right, Ivor, for $1 million bucks, I'd go there.
Thank you, Doug. It was a pleasure to have you. Thanks for all the great announcements. And of course, thanks again to Intel for sponsoring this event. Keep in mind, if you look at the time, we're not even halfway done yet. We have all sorts of games still yet to be announced. So let's go ahead and look at what's to come.
Yes.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show. Coming up, Brendan Green joins us to talk about the future of his smash hit, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And a new game from Klei Entertainment.
Ooh, there it is.
Back to you.
It's the Klei. He's like, where's Klei? Get off the stage, man. They better do better than Ooblets.
Time to take a look at an upcoming game up in the mezzanine with Sonya. How's it going, Sonya?
Thank you, Sean. So, as a Firefox, this is a game that pulls on my heartstrings and does not let go. And I just want to hear more about it. And luckily, I've got the perfect person to talk to today. I am joined by Felix Kramer on the game formerly known as Secret Legend, but you've got some special announcements. I saw some secretive tweets from the Dicey Twitter account.
You did.
Do you want to talk about that?
Well, you're exactly right. We were known as Secret Legend, but today we're announcing our new name, Tunic. So you can head to tunicgame.com.
Why isn't she fired yet?
And we're announcing that we're pairing with publisher Finji, who you may know from their incredible work on Night in the Woods and Overland.
That's so exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Excited. So what are we excited about? Come on, show us something.
That sold me on this game. I love the beautiful, charming graphics, and honestly, I just want to see more of it. Can we check out the trailer?
Let's do it.
Alright, so a little fox dude with a shield. That was cute. Beat him up, dude. Ooh! She loves the graphics. T2, she said because her head was so long. No. Oh. The heck? What? Wow, what was that? Yeah, it does look like a mobile game. iPhone. There's no voice.
Thank you, Sonya. Now,
they talked and nothing came out. Did you see that? What?
Honestly, a huge surprise hit, having just surpassed 3 million sales. You may recognize it as one of the 3 most played and broadcasted games on Twitch right now. It's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and I'm literally
neither of them had voice
right now. Brendan Green, welcome.
Thank you.
I mean, I thought you looked fine. Yeah. Yes, Michael. Hook her up with stuff
I gotta
so that
say,
she
it has
stops
been
running amok
amazing
around
to see the runaway success of your game.
Because I'm trying to, I have to do
It's been
this.
immense.
And
I mean, really, the reaction we've got from players and content creators has been tremendous, and I want to say thank you to everyone for that. It's been great.
And thank you for the experiences, both of the joy of winning and the...
It isn't even that good, or the words got jumbled in that big ass head, and she forgot what to say. Oh my God! Yeah, Shiki, I'm with you on that.
Even though a lot of people treat the game almost as a full release right now, it's still technically not released yet, and there's a whole lot more to come. Talk to us a little bit about what's in store.
So we have, our focus at the moment is to sort of stabilize the game, get the servers up to spec, but also we have...
they happen more often. Yes, card glitches.
For in-game replays.
I would just end up upside down.
New weapons
I mean, give her a
month.
tablet and stuff, Michael. Jesus, it's not that difficult.
So yeah, no, but our current focus is really just get the game competitive. And
oh, there's climbing because you can't walk around that fence.
What? The most impossible object in the game. You can climb over them.
Yeah. So our content programmer Marek, he's done a really great job getting this system to be dynamic. So it doesn't matter what object you're in front of, you'll jump or vault over it.
Yeah, so in terms of jumping and vaulting, is it...
They're not going to show Dr. Disrespectful. I bet it's because he's the real face of Twitch now.
Is it sort of, when you say that it's dynamic, does this mean that the taller the obstacle, the more difficult it is to climb over?
Yeah, exactly, and it has different animations for each different thing, so vaulting, climbing. Now we also have weather.
Exactly,
One of my
get
favorite
shot.
aspects, of course, is the rain map in the game. Walk me through what we're seeing here.
So
yeah, that would be me, T2. I'd be exploding myself.
We just saw a clear day. Our rain has been tweaked a little bit as well, and we also have our sunset coming in, so... This really, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's
so they've done some, look, the sunset and stuff, so they've done some pretty stuff too.
These types of things with weather.
It just changed dynamic. Oh, so this is...
Oh, a new gun.
Yes. This is the OTS Groza. It's a 7.62 bullpup, super powerful, crate only. Yeah, it's going to be a beast.
Is it
we were actually talking about that, weren't we, in Rust? How the sun and stuff moves, because Ark does it too.
And then long range.
They do this, but the weather have no consequences. I mean, they're saying that they affect it though, so I don't know.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah, T2, one last thing.
We wanted to add a bullpup and we wanted to add something else to the 7.62 class, and this is a Spetsnaz weapon. Yeah, it just looks great.
It looks cool, as good as a reason as any, honestly. I want to come back to the weather effects. Obviously, they look beautiful. What are some of the impacts that you've seen on the gameplay with the new weather effects?
Here you go.
Well, it's just going to change the way you play. So it's not necessarily going to be, you're going to be sniping all the time. You know, with the foggy weather, you're going to have to choose a more kind of CBQ type play style. But it's just, again, to give you a bit of variety and make every game go different.
You've talked a little bit about what we've seen in the video, but talk to me about long term. What's far down the line for PlayerUnknown?
Why not, Shiki?
So, we want to finish out the
it should make me freeze like Ark does, damn it. I run around in my underwear and panties in there and it freezes me to death.
Yeah, and it's again, it's just creating a stable platform. That's our aim here.
I understand that you're also working on new maps.
Did you just say balls of steel?
So we have two new maps coming. One based in Peru, a desert map with sort of ruined cities with sandstorms and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then this other one.
Oh my God, sandstorms! That'd be cool if, like, on Don't Starve, you couldn't see.
Cosmodrome in the center of the map with like snowfall, and I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's excited. He's not super excited, but he's excited.
With the community of regular players, what's in store for those people playing the game right now?
So as I said, we have our custom games. We have the 3D replays, which I'm really excited about because it allows you to watch.
Ooh, I like his tennis shoes though, T2.
With the free cam and slow motion and stuff
like
that.
Which is great for content creators.
Exactly, right? So you can
Did you just say they flirt? Hold on, you're in there trying to shoot people in the face and they're flirting?
Yeah. And the last thing I want to bring up, because you were
mentioning he's excited. He's just
you have all sorts of stability and performance fixes incoming.
Yeah, so like our focus this month is on our server performance and really getting that stable, because at the moment the servers aren't.
I'm bothered by that, Shiki. I think I might be scarred now. Thanks.
So last month
He's
our
like,
team's
hey,
focus
baby,
was on client
who you
performance, and we
shooting?
improved that broadly for a lot of people. And this month it's on server, so they've already found a lot of things to fix, and I'm excited.
That's great. I'm sure players will completely stop blaming anything on the game at that point.
Right.
They will accept responsibility for those losses then. Well, to player unknown himself, Brendan, thank you so much for coming out to talk about it. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, everyone.
As we get ourselves set up for the next game, we're going to head to the mezzanine with Sonya for a little bit of a giveaway.
Thank you, Sean. Sean is pretty cool, right? But you know what's a little bit cooler? A free PC. We're going to be giving away a badass PC from our friends at Intel. This bad boy is going to be rocking an i7 7700K processor. There's a lot of 7s in there, and it's going to be running a NVIDIA GTX 1080. It is worth more than $2,500, so if you want a chance to win, head over to PCGamingShow.com/giveaway and put in your information. Good luck, and back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Sonya. And I am pretty cool, right? Jesus, thanks, audience. Woo! I didn't realize you could pinpoint the exact time and date a career died, but we still have all sorts of great stuff in store for you. Our next guest you may recognize from PC gaming shows past. Tripwire Interactive is back with a slew of games to talk about, and I'm joined by creative director Bill Monk. Pleasure to have you, Bill.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you.
As always.
All right.
You guys have been busy. Congratulations on the recent release of Rising Storm 2.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a realism FPS. We just released it 2 weeks ago, and the fan reaction's been really positive. Really happy about that, and we want to thank everyone who was part of the beta phases that helped shape the game in a real positive way. And be sure to check out the Trello boards, see what we're up to, and we're actually already really busy working on some new content, so stay tuned.
That's amazing. I mean, I know so many people know you from Killing Floor 2, but especially this year, there's so much to talk about. I mean, last year you announced Killing Floor Incursion, the VR Killing Floor. How's that been going?
Oh, that's been going awesome. You know, Incursion's one of the second phase, game or second wave games to come out for VR, and we've learned a lot. And we're really, really excited. We think we have one of the best products that's going to come out later this year. It's scary as hell. You can play it
I don't know if I could handle
single
it.
player and co-op, and we're really excited to release it. So stay tuned on that.
That's awesome. Now, the big thing I know you wanted to talk about today was a little bit of content coming down the line for your big game, Killing Floor 2. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, when we released Killing Floor 1, one of the things that really put us on the map was our time seasonal events.
Right.
And when we released Killing Floor 2, people were always clamoring and asking, you know, well, when are you guys going to do that for Killing Floor 2?
Reasonable enough.
Well, we're super happy to announce the Summer Sideshow coming out this year.
Well, I'm eager to show everyone this footage. This trailer makes me laugh every time. Let's go ahead and take a look at Killing Floor 2's Summer Sideshow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tragic Kingdom Amusement Park. Come on down and play
the Summer Sideshow. Oh, look at that fella.
Dunk the blow.
Oh, ew!
What? Was that a real head? Trade for festive clown makeup, colorful hats, and dozens of other items. Carnival rewards are only available for a limited time. See the adorable pinhead and marvel at the mighty strong clown. Oh!
Yes, exactly. They haven't even touched it.
The bearded beauty, the siren from Fiji. I think I'm gonna be sick. Backed by popular demand. Come see Pukey the clown and the monkey man. Why does the monkey have a chainsaw?
That is not a monkey. Not a monkey.
On the queen of chains. Look at the scream on Pound Mountain. Oh, but that's not safe. See the death-defying fire stunts of Dr. Infernum's Pyrotechnic Emporium. Is he actually on fire? Why is that person on fire? Earn new achievements and triumph.
Why are they on fire?
Shotgun and tactical.
Don't know. I don't know.
Why do you need a shotgun at a carnival? I don't care. It's unlockable. Why does the carnival cleanup crew need hazmat suits? No, I'm done. This is a horror show. I'm getting out of here. If you can hear this, run!
What?
News and outbreaks and variants and behavior detected. Be alert for new challenges, modes, and threats in the weekly outbreaks.
Ah, it stuck to me. Take it. Here, no, come on. It's one of them weird goofy things.
I mean, I know it's a horror theme, but there's some great
Was
humor
that a
in this.
cash machine gun?
It's definitely the most fun to work on. I mean, it's just, we could just go crazy and go goofy. You know, we got clowns.
You got the monkey that
yeah, Shiki, you're right too often.
Midgets on stilts, bearded ladies. You know, we got it all.
These are
Tell me a
bearded
little bit
ladies.
about what is the gameplay? What's some of the stuff that people can experience in the summer sideshow?
So it's a limited time event. It's only going
Right.
to last for 1 month. So all this crazy stuff you're seeing here, it's 1 month.
Yeah.
And there's over 50 cosmetic items.
Wait, it's
that
only
people can
1
gain from
month?
playing
What?
Totally free. All the Zeds have been replaced. All the voices have been redone. We also have mini games that are, thrown out throughout the
Yeah, I
map.
saw the carnival games right at the start of the
Yeah, I've
trailer.
heard good stuff about the Killing Floor. I haven't played it myself.
And we also have this other
You've
mode that we're
played
really
too
excited
many.
about. It's the weekly
You've
outbreak.
not
So the
played
weekly
enough, I'm
outbreak at the
telling
end
you.
of the trailer. What's the weekly outbreak about?
So each week, new gameplay mode comes out with new challenges for the player. We have one, it's starting out with Cranium Cracker, and that's a headshot only mode. And
so
then we
no
have-
damage unless it's headshot.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have another one called Tiny Terror, where every
Oh,
time
God,
you
I
shoot
would
a
lose
Zed, they
that
actually
one.
shrink. They become like little midget Zeds, which is really crazy. And whenever the players get hit, they shrink too.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, that's just 2 of them. We have 8 total, and it's over 2 months worth
It's
of
free?
content.
Nice.
And if they're really hard to beat, but if you
I
beat
wonder
it,
if
you get
Trent
really
got
cool,
it.
like precious items and stuff like that.
So of course I have to ask, when can people play it?
Actually, you can play it tomorrow, and it's free on Steam all week.
Easy.
What? Free on Steam all
So you got
week?
no excuse not to try it.
Well, I mean, what if people are here at E3?
Oh, well, they can play here too.
Oh boy, that was
tomorrow.
the setup on my part.
So that's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Killing Floor and
whereabouts
Life is
it
Strange
on
is
the
free at the
E3
moment.
floor?
Yeah, the Life
that's
is
a PC Gamer
Strange.
Show.
I think we have
That's right, it's a PC gaming
the things
show
because
booth.
they're coming
We have
out with
our
the
own
new
booth
Life
here.
is Strange.
Oh. I'm glad that
Yes,
2 of you are
free
very
on
excited to hear that.
Steam.
The first of many, right? This is going to
Yes.
become a tradition.
Indubitably.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge of the budget, so yes, of course. Well, I want to say, Bill, thank you so much for coming out. Congrats
Absolutely.
on all the projects and the progress. Bill Monk from Tripwire
Thanks, Dan.
Interactive.
Thank you.
Cheers. Let's head back up to the mezzanine for a little bit of social with
Yeah, I
Sonia.
think it's all the episodes because
This
they're coming
year's PC
out
Gaming
with
Show is
new
being
ones.
broadcast on more platforms than ever
new
before.
3 ones?
We are on
Yeah,
Steam,
the pre-story
we are
or
on
whatever.
Facebook and Twitch and Mixer. We are all over the place. This is awesome. And guys, if you're on Mixer, you gotta sweet talk the mods a little bit. Be kind of nice to them because they're going to be giving away games throughout the entire show. Unfortunately, no free games for day 9. But sorry. Back to you, Sean.
What? Go away.
I'll happily buy them. Yay, video games! Now, if any of you got
New
the chance
Fire
to see the
Phoenix,
conferences
whatever her
leading
name
up
is.
to today,
It's
a lot of
OMG
exciting stuff
something,
going on. In
Firefox?
particular,
I don't know.
Microsoft
I
has
keep
had a
thinking
whole
like
slew of games people are pumped for, including
Firefox,
some
you know, the
that are gonna
the
be
web
at
browser.
this show,
Yay.
starting with the first ever incarnation of Forza Motorsport coming straight to PC. It's Forza Motorsport 7. Joining me to talk about it is the creative director of Forza Motorsport from Turn 10, Bill Giese.
Didn't we look
Come
at-
here, Bill.
No, Bill, don't do it.
Yeah, Bill, congratulations.
Thank you.
The announcement yesterday must have been really exciting for you guys.
Huge announcements. We revealed a car to the world.
Not an in-game car, a
no,
car.
an actual car. That's normally saved for car shows like Geneva and Paris.
Yeah.
We revealed a car here at E3, the Porsche 911 GT2 RS.
I haven't heard
to
the
the
play
world
yet.
yesterday. It was awesome.
I'm
You know, I've
waiting.
gotten the chance to play the previous Forza Motorsport games, and that always struck me as a racing game not focused on being cartoonish or strapping guns to the car. It's about hyper-realistic racing.
Forza Motorsport is
I
about
mean, I can
precision,
give it that.
about
The Forza
competition,
doesn't
and
do the
we've
whole
rebuilt
game-looking
Forza
thing, but
Motorsport
yeah,
7 from the ground
exactly,
up
Shiki.
To really
Exactly.
recreate that feeling of driving a car at peak. The cars, we have over 700 cars. Every single one of them, they're going to rattle and shake. It's going to scare the crap out of you.
What are some of the things that you've done to bring that experience to PC?
Well, going to PC has been awesome. Not only will it have mouse and keyboard
What?
support, but with multi-USB, we have every fan-requested wheel on the market.
Wow.
It's been exciting for the team.
That's a lot of USB devices.
Did it really? That's funny
we've been testing
shit.
That. Last week alone, we brought in any USB device we had, and we played on a Guitar Hero guitar and a DDR pad. Now, you're not going to do that, obviously.
That's not how real racing works.
Wait, what? You can play with anything you want? The Guitar Hero guitar?
Now, what about for low-end PCs? There's obviously
That's what happens when you have a workshop that is forced to be paid instead of allowing mods in their games.
Well, it's been great going to the high end of 4K, unlocked frame rate, 21:9. But we've also lowered our min spec as well to include i5. And no matter where you play, it looks and plays great.
And speaking of looking and
I mean,
playing
don't get me wrong. I like to get in and go, another lifter, another lifter.
Absolutely. Come by the show. We've got 2 hydraulic rigs in 4K on ultra 4K PCs.
Hydraulic rigs? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, bring a vomit bag and come on, check it out. It looks awesome.
Well, awesome. Bill, thanks so much for sharing with us.
Later, Bill.
Thank you, everybody.
I like your boat shoes.
Incredibly excited. Of all the stuff Microsoft's doing, you just got the chance to look at Forza.
I know, Shiki.
And now coming onto the stage, I am replacing Bill with Ted Timmons. He's the PC design lead at Rare to talk about Sea of Thieves. Come on out, Ted.
Yeah, right.
Ted,
Bye, Bill.
Thanks for having me. Welcome. It's a pleasure.
Sea of Thieves, eh?
Talk to me a little bit about what is Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, so we feel like we've made the pirate game you've always wanted.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
A crew of crewmates. Basically, it's Pirates of the Caribbean meets the Goonies.
What are some of the things
say
that
Pirates
you're
of the
showcasing
Caribbean
here at
meets
E3
the Goonies?
Yeah, so for anyone who didn't see the briefing yesterday, we showed off great new features like riddle map storms and firing yourself out of
We want to
cannons.
shoot our friends from cannons.
A common pirate pastime.
No, I know it's the pirate game. I was trying to make a
Now,
build
I had
up
to
there,
ask the same
Shiki.
question
Damn it.
to Forza Motorsport. What are some of the things,
It didn't
some of the
work,
features
though.
that you've added in to focus on the PC experience?
Because this is where we were talking about shooting them out the cannons.
Unlock frame rates, or everything you
One,
expect.
that's the
But we
first thing
also
he's going to
brought
do to
our gameplay
Baliac.
footage in 21:9 as well.
But like
my
we
personal
talked,
favorite.
this would be a good game to play a little bit with your friends just to be silly. But to actually spend like 60 bucks or whatever and to play this game,
So,
I don't know that I
tell
would
me a
play
little bit
it
more
like
about
repeatedly
PC version.
on
Obviously,
end on
it's
end.
probably a
You know what I
challenge to try to
mean?
develop for 2 different devices at once.
Yeah, so we decided to change our approach to the game. We're actually building both versions in parallel because we felt that's how we deliver the same game on the same day.
So it's not a port.
I
from
know,
one device to the
Beliax.
other.
That's what my
Correct,
point
yeah,
is.
We felt it's really important just to build them together from the very beginning.
one single code path.
One single code path, yeah.
Awesome. Well, I know a whole lot of people here are curious to get their chance to play it. Is there an official release date or an opportunity for them to play it?
Yeah, so we're coming to both platforms in early 2018,
Oh,
but right now we have a technical
T2.
alpha.
Ew.
You're welcome to come sign up. We have thousands of PC players playing already. So yeah, come join us, seaofthieves.com.
It's not his fault.
Once again, Ted Timmons.
Awesome, thank you very
from
much.
Rare, thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Seaofthieves.com. Now, this next title is one I'm personally very, very excited about, given the fact that when I took one look at the trailer, the striking visual style just grabbed me. It's an evolution of Cyberpunk, a game called The Last Night. Here to talk about it is the creative director at Odd Tales. Join me in welcoming Tim Soret.
Come on, Tim.
Hello, Tim.
Hello.
Welcome.
Pleasure for me.
Thanks for coming out. Let's ask the obvious question. What is The Last Night?
The Last Night is what we call a cinematic platformer, which means it's not a game like Mario where you have to jump from platform to platform,
Yeah.
but it's more story-driven. It's more reminiscent of old classics like Another World, Flashback, or Oddworld even.
Oddworld, I was going to say, it reminded me quite a bit about it. And I saw that you guys had the big announcement reveal at Microsoft yesterday. I mean, that trailer was such a hit. It blew up. What was that like for you guys?
Yeah, we are obviously super happy with the trailer reception. It's been absolutely incredible. Now, of course, I have some concerns I want to address. I am embarrassed by some tweets I made in the past. I want to apologize for those. They do not in any way represent who I am today.
Yeah, it looks all right, but what?
Well, let's talk about what the game is
Wait,
about.
whoa.
I know that
Why
the
is he-
setting
hold
of
on.
The Last Night is super important to the character.
Why
of
is
the
he
game.
there
Tell me,
apologizing
where
for
are we
his tweets of the past? What
I
did
want to
this
imagine
guy
a world
say?
Where machines are surpassing us in every possible way,
Right.
So not only physically, but also intellectually, emotionally, and creatively.
So in a sense, like any job that you could
That
possibly
game,
imagine,
Cheeky,
an
I don't
AI
even
does
want to
better.
talk about
Absolutely,
it.
Including being a host for a PC gaming show.
Including that.
Well, I imagine, thank you, this one person who is also excited about the booth.
Oh my God, he said this one
in terms
person.
Of this world, this must give a kind of sense of existential crisis to all the inhabitants.
I like his accents. I have a thing for
Yeah,
accents. Ooh la la.
The way I can
What is it like to be a person in this world?
It is, Shiki.
So,
I thought it was a different one.
Yeah,
it's this game.
The only thing you can really do is to consume endlessly, right? So what we're trying to see with this game is how do you define yourself?
Pre-alpha footage is what this says.
Yeah, and I can see, obviously there's the futuristic lighting and the visuals, but there's also that sort of drab, dreary tone. This art style is amazing. I mean, all of these assets are in 2D, but it has so many modern effects. How did you even think of this?
So it all comes down to my background in VFX and advertising, basically. So I wanted to, explore what I could do with 2D and pixel art.
Yeah.
And just augment that and enrich it with modern techniques of lighting and compositing.
Right.
And it's called The Last Night.
About where we are, about the art style. Who are you? Who do you play as in The Last Night?
Yeah, so the character you get to play is a young idealist, I would say.
Yeah.
And because of a childhood accident, he cannot enjoy the same gamified, augmented life than everybody else.
Right.
So because of that, he wants to change the world. And
you want to have an impact and a meaning.
Absolutely. So on his way to do that, he's going to meet some questionable characters you have to trust or not on your way.
What about the gameplay? What are the things that, if I'm the player, what do I do in The Last Night?
So we took inspiration from some classic genre like point and click and adventure games.
Yeah.
But so you get, to solve puzzles and dialogues, of course. But
so what they're trying to say is that they've taken the old 8-bit 2D type style games, of the old yesterdays, and combined it with new type graphics and things of now. Like you said, not just platform, not just point and click. It's like.
So in a sense, if I tried to break into the apartment at night, the police might be on patrol at that time, but if I came in the morning, there might be no police, but the resident might be home.
Absolutely, yeah. So
it makes a difference.
That means that, if you see
look at that, flying cars.
Corner, you better, just hide, pretend to be a hobo, or maybe draw your gun.
You also mentioned that the structure of the game is in one night after the other. What's that like?
Yeah, so the game is structured around several nights, so it spans on several nights, and they are all interconnected, which means that what you tell people,
yeah, I mean, I guess you could rob the
things. First night, and what you do also is all remember.
So if I'm just in a
conversation, and yeah, it seems like the world is pretend to be a hobo.
Well, remember, 2 days later,
but T2, it seems like
that would add a huge amount of replayability since the world is just changing. Basically,
it's flooded and stuff, so you fly. He works hard on this. I think so.
We have fun to figure and get that out. Collectively. So, yeah.
Well, again, I love the art style. I love these story-driven adventure games. Thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you, Sean.
I'm looking forward to it. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.
Once again, that's oddtales.net for more information about The Last Night. Now, this next game surprised me. I'm sure it will surprise you because of its style. It's from the makers of Arma, the realistic military simulator, and DayZ, the zombie survival game. This one has a much more playful tone, though. Let's look at the next title from Bohemia Interactive.
I mean, this is supposed to be the PC press conference, T2.
It was the mother of all
but a lot of PC stuff is cross-platformed over to Xbox and PS4.
I just knew everything was going to be...
It's shipwrecked.
Well, being stranded on a desert island is a lot of fun.
Oh my god, what is this?
You get in shape. And you learn how to craft. And because it's your land, it won't take long before you call that place a home.
Why didn't it show? Oh, he had the bear hanging on the wall.
That's just the beginning, because here, you can do anything.
What is this? Okay, I don't care if y'all like this or not. I think I'm impressed with this one. I like it. I like it. Question is, can we play with friends? I mean, it looks like you can, obviously. Yeah, same thing. What? Was that a flying goat?
Islands. Explore your creativity.
Ooh.
Visit us at islands.com.
Here to join me to talk about.
I like it. She's like what Cheeky said. All the things.
Welcome, Alice. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Sean.
What kind of game is Islands?
Okay, so Islands is a sandbox game about survival and exploration, but at the same time, in Islands you can create your own games, your own adventures, just like the ones we've shown in the video. Yeah. Actually, Islands stands for your lands that you create,
exactly,
you make the rules.
And it's almost like a sandbox game, not where you're necessarily building a structure, but you're trying to build an experience.
Yes, exactly.
And I have to ask, given the fact that
she's outraged,
it contrasts so sharply with Arma and DayZ, what is it about Islands that still makes it a Bohemia game?
Yeah, we get this a lot, but actually beneath the surface there are still the core values that make up a Bohemia game.
Yeah.
It's still about exploration and finding out how things work, about creativity and imagination. And just like Arma or DayZ, we're trying to create a platform to connect players with each other when they play online or when they create something new and share it with the community.
And I know that modding
is a
legendary part of Bohemia's history.
That boat looks fantastic. I was wondering about water in the back of it if it happens.
Brought to modding in Islands.
But he's like flying. Look at that
editor. It's not a standalone application. It's a part of the game.
Oh, really? I mean, I'd assume that it was just outside all other editors.
No, we would like players to be able to prototype their creations really quickly.
Yeah.
And so in the editor, the players can obviously create something new, but they can also decide to open and modify existing games, ones that we created or ones that other players made for them.
Yeah, I mean, we got the chance to see some scenarios in the initial trailer.
Like a lot of fun.
Those are the ones that you're referring to.
Yep.
That is fantastic. I mean, tell me a little bit about what it is that we're seeing right here on screen.
Well, this is just some random multiplayer game.
Exactly, T2. DST Shipwreck leveled up.
Initially there were 3. I think one just like fell down the bridge.
That would be fabulous if Clay came and said, yeah, so we're going to have shipwrecks for your Don't Stall together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, Bellyax. I think it might be worth it.
You guys are here at E3.
Leave all the building to Sola, exactly.
I know you guys are
here at E3. Look at this,
what are some
the
of
treasure
the things that players can get their hands on at this event?
Well, we'll be showing some of the games that we created with the Islands game editor, but at the same time we'll be showing how they can use the editor to create those games.
That's awesome. And I mean, I know there's a way for people to play right now, is that right?
Yeah, actually they can already play the alpha version of the game. It's available as a part of our Bohemia Incubator program. They can find more information on our website, islands.com. And later this year we are coming to Steam Early Access.
That's awesome. And remember, that's islands.com.
It shows diversity, exactly.
With a Y.
What is this? Okay, hold on.
So I want to say, Alice, thank you so much for coming out to talk about Islands. It's been a pleasure. And of course,
we need to peep this.
I hope you're as excited as I am to come up with some total nonsense when I sit down to play. Our next world exclusive is going to be up in the mezzanine with Sonya.
No.
Thank you, Sean. I am so honored to be a part of this world exclusive reveal from developers Clay. You might recognize
Here it is.
From games like Don't Starve or Don't Starve Together for lonely folk like myself. And last year at the PC Gaming Show, they actually revealed their sci-fi colony sim game,
need to know if you can
Oxygen Not Included. And this year they are back. And they are back with a bang. And I am so excited
Come on, Clay,
to
tell
reveal
me.
their upcoming sci-fi RPG game. It is called Griftland.
Griftland. Yeah, it isn't for me either, Shiki. Maybe too many people trying to go there. Wait, is that a chick? Ew. You're not a Clay fan? Get out clean? Yeah, right. Boot it. Get out of here.
I absolutely love clay games and can't wait the chance to try Griftlands. Now, this next title is an interesting one because I'm not someone who plays many
Hopefully
VR
it's multiplayer.
Games, I got a chance to check this one out several months ago, and I was immediately hooked, so I can't wait to talk about it with the creative director from Ready at Dawn. It's Rue Virasuria to talk about Lone Echo. Welcome, Rue.
Wait, did they just like... Seriously?
Now, Rue.
Oh my god, it's just like Ooblets. They just skimmed right over it.
Haven't seen it or heard of it. Just walk us through what is the game.
So the game, the Lone Echo, is a single player experience in VR where you play a cybernetic AI on a mining station in the rings of Saturn, and basically in the game you're allowed to move basically in zero G freely. You can interact with everything inside the environment, and also you'll see that you have an NPC that you can interact with. You can use your hands basically to go everywhere you need to go.
This was the thing that was so amazing for me. You stand still and then you use your arms to grab onto objects in the environment, to push and pull yourself around, and it was really amazing to move that way. I've never seen this before.
Exactly. I mean, that's basically where the genesis of the project was. We built the mechanic to build the game. So the mechanic was this idea that came from watching ISS space station astronauts, moving around, and we just basically made this motion that allows you to navigate using your hands just like you would use your legs.
So it's been a few months since I got the chance to play. What's been happening in terms of the single player? Here you got some fancy new voice actors lined up.
Yeah, we did actually. When we wrote the story for it, we actually had an actor in mind, somebody that a lot of people out there know, Troy Baker, and Troy decided to take on the role for the AI.
And of course,
yeah, this guy already talked earlier.
To talk about is the multiplayer component to Lone Echo called Echo Arena. Rue, how does this game work?
Basically, it's a futuristic VR sport where you play 10 people playing 2 different teams to get a disc inside each other's goals.
Now, you might be a little bit confused as to how
She's
exactly
like, get off my
works,
stage.
But don't worry, we're going to take an even closer look at what the gameplay is like for Echo Arena.
Aria now. Oh, it's this one again. Lebu. This one disappoints me, y'all.
Players fly faster.
Show me the games I want to see.
Farther. Strikes hit harder. Stakes get higher. And victory tastes sweeter.
Exactly.
This is Zero G in the Echo Arena.
I told you it was Blitzball.
Anomaly detected. What the hell? Jack, are you seeing? Jack, cut the panel. That's it. Jack!
No.
We are up here with Echo Arena in action as some of the Ready at Dawn developers are playing against each other. So, Doug, welcome back. Hello.
Thank you.
It's awesome to have you. But listen, before we get into VR, I really wanted you to tell me a little bit more about the Grand Slam event.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
It isn't. They don't have Waka, Bellyax.
Golf, rugby, they have their Grand Slam. Now we have it at esports. So with Intel, ESI, and DreamHack, we now have our Grand Slam, which is really exciting.
That's awesome. That's exciting. So I'd like to know a little bit more about Intel's involvement with this game.
You know, we've been involved working closely with the best VR developers for a long time, and I'm excited to work with Ready at Dawn as they're delivering the next second-generation VR game. They've been an ideal partner to enhance that experience.
The ridiculous way people look when they're doing the VR, I can see that now. I'll be sitting there, you look like...
That's amazing. So, I was really excited to hear about your announcement earlier.
Yeah,
like Stevie Wonder or something, because we're all like, where is it? I can't see a damn thing.
Free release of Echo Arena to all Oculus reviews.
They're not. They're really trying to hype it a lot, Shiki. Like a lot.
This is because
they really want people to get into it and to buy it.
We want
but
to
it's so expensive. And like Oh Boy was saying in the pre-show, you know, it's kind of cool to do it every now and then, but to be expected to do it like day in and day out, I just can't see that being a feasible thing. It would make me nauseous.
Intel has a long history as a
like,
leader
I'm gonna
in
throw
esports.
up.
We worked with companies like ESL for the Intel Extreme Masters.
You just pawned yours. T2 was
and
like,
the
I
growth
couldn't
of
even
VR
take
esports.
anymore.
And that's why we're expanding our partnership with
What?
ESL and
No
Oculus
way.
to launch the
30
VR Challenge
bucks?
League. It's
And they cost like $600-700.
Damn. And it gives esports enthusiasts the
Well,
opportunity
computer
to
stuff
compete
doesn't
in
pawn
VR
very well
at key
anyway.
upcoming events, with the finals happening in Poland in 2018 at the Intel Extreme Masters.
Okay, well, that sounds kind of awesome. Well, thank you, Doug. I cannot wait to play this game. It's going to be coming out July 20th, and you can pre-order it right now. And Rift owners can actually try the open beta on June 23rd. So back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Sonia. And once again, I got the chance to play Lone Echo, and I want to stress, you just have to play it. The single-player experience is especially mind-blowing. So once again, that's Lone Echo. Our next guest announced a game 2 years ago under the title Project Blue Streak, and we now know it as Lawbreakers. Here to talk about not just gameplay, but cold, hard dates is the CEO of Boss Key Productions.
Cold, hard dates,
Cliff Blazinski. Welcome to the stage.
Thanks for having me, man.
Now,
Show me, baby, show me.
I know that you guys in the
Just
past have been doing a lot of
nobody
alphas
cares.
and betas. How have those been going?
They've been going well. The alpha, it was
You like 'em out?
alright, and then the first beta was good. The second beta was great. We're doing our final closed beta June 28th. If you have a key, sign on to Steam, download the latest update, and then we're doing our Rise Up event, which is a full open beta June 30th.
See, I don't
Hop
even
online,
have
play the
one.
game,
We've
let us know
never
what you
even
think.
like gotten to the point
I
of
gotta ask
buying a
what
VR.
it has been like to have people play the game to give feedback.
But now
to
I'm
those
going to go to the
players. How
pawn
does that
shop and get me
shape
one
the
for 30
Well,
bucks.
a lot of developers and publishers, they do these kind of bullshit marketing betas.
I'm gonna go
They're
in and be like,
"Oh, it's
I
our
want
beta, and the game's
T2s,
out
okay?"
next week." I'm like, that's not really the case. You're not going to be able to fix anything. So for our game, we found that the Ramirez shotgun was way too spammy.
You know, Shiki, that's the thing, is I have, like, we have a bunch of old DSs here and a bunch of games, and on eBay and shit like that, those things still sell for like 300 bucks with games and stuff and cases.
Yeah, I mean, you change one thing, it's
Fucking
the butterfly
nuts.
effect. It affects everything else.
We have a
Is the game going to
DS,
be balanced on
a
launch?
DS,
No.
a
That's why we need people's
DS3
feedback.
or
Play
whatever the
game,
hell it's
see what
called.
characters are overpowered,
Yeah,
underpowered,
see,
and then
exactly,
introduce new
T2. I can
characters
just
and
get
reshuffle
me
the deck.
one now,
And I
so
know that it
cheap.
can't
And
be in beta
maybe that's why
forever,
they're
so
trying to
Cliff,
pander it
tell
so
us when
much.
it's out.
Can I get a drum roll?
They want to build up that thing and hope that people get. No, I know you mean VR.
The game is finally
But it's just,
dropping
I mean,
on
like
August
Shiki
8th
said, the
on
DS is,
PC
you know,
and
you
PlayStation
get
4.
more for
That's
that
it.
than that. I mean, I could go to like, what is it,
$29.99? None of that
GameStop and
$60
probably get
multiplayer
more.
bullshit.
And if you didn't see it online, Cliff took a bow. Yes, $29.99.
Curtsy.
Well, if you haven't gotten the chance to see the game and follow it throughout the recent PC gaming shows, let's take a look at some people who got the opportunity to play Lawbreakers, and we'll have them speak for themselves.
Yeah, because those games are love, Shiki.
Oh, the speed of this game is intense. 1,000 decisions a minute. This is hardcore.
Right. There you go. Sorry, late.
Exhilarating. Full frontal fury. A million miles an hour.
Literally from every
Full
I was
frontal
shaking after
fuckery,
the matches ended. It was like a high. One of the fastest games that I've ever played. Are you ready for another one? I'm like, I just need a minute, man. I'm shaking. I'm shaking over here.
See,
I think the thing people are going to find in this game
No
the
comment
most enjoyable is simply how difficult it is.
There's a pretty impressive skill gap. You can't just sit down and dominate within an hour or two.
Practical skill required.
Yeah, exactly,
Precision
Belliax. That's why I said no comment. You tried to find the Super Princess Peach game, and it was 120 seals, hate console community prices. Yeah.
The action's gonna
Well, but that's because, you know, I mean, truly, with that kind of thing, you really can't get anything. Like I said, pawn shops and stuff like that. Even, you know, GameStop and stuff, PC stuff, they're like, nah. But when it comes to the handheld consoles and stuff, they get all insane. If I'd have known that prices and stuff would be like this, I would have kept more. Like, my oldest son now has my Super Nintendo because I wasn't playing it, so I gave it to him so he could, you know, play it and stuff. But, God, I would have just held on to all the shit and hoarded it all. It's all mine. Fuck all you people.
I am literally under the map, saving myself from a grappling hook, whipping myself into the air, shooting
I don't know,
at anyone
T2.
below.
You need to check every possible corner. People are going to fly you with jetpacks, going to fly at you with double swords. You're going to have
someone that could just jet up in the sky, and all of a sudden now you have to worry about getting up there.
There's some abilities that I just haven't seen before.
No, not Super Nintendo, they're not. But what I'm saying is they go through those ranges.
So it's not one of those medics where you have to sit back. It's not even a Vanquish.
You know what I mean? No, I don't have the box. I mean, it's no. This is my Super Nintendo, Shiki, the one that I've had since I was a kid.
That's great.
But what I'm saying is just the factor of,
I've been using the Vanguard.
You know, the new things like the VR are nothing compared to like the old stuff. Everybody wants to go with that nostalgia feel.
Very precision characters. So
oh, give me the old crap! I'll pay you an arm and a leg.
Real quick, it feels great. The game is just aggressive all the time.
And this game gives you so much variety of motion.
I never felt more tested.
It makes you think in a completely different way.
The fastest speed I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, T2, I know. I like the fact that they said somebody can come at you that can fly in the air. Me and Shiki were playing Overwatch the last time, and that the dude with the braids flies all over the place.
Don't miss out if you forgot. This bad boy is running an i7 7700K processors, a lot of 7s in there, and an NVIDIA GTX 1080. It's worth more than $2,500. You do not want to miss out. Head over to PCGamingShow.com/giveaway and put in your information. I think it could run Crysis at max settings. What do you think, Sean?
I think it can, Sonya, and I also think that it can run our next title. I am a master of transition. Our next game is from Chucklefish, the wonderful folks who helped bring you Stardew Valley and Starbound. Let's take a look at their upcoming game, Wargroove.
What? Stardew Valley? Oh. Yeah, T2. Don't you remember that? I love the little Chucklefish, though. It's cute as crap. Let's not talk about that, Shiki. Where's my multiplayer, damn it? It's bouncing around in her head, yes. Some of these are cool looking. Advanced War graphics. Fire Emblem! Right, Shiki? I was thinking of, there was a, one of those tower defense games. Not the dragon one we used to play, Belly Axe, but there was another one that kind of had like ogres and stuff. That's exactly what this looks like. I mean, I just told y'all, it's all about that retro shit. They want to be like, oh, you know, back in the day, when they weren't even allowed yet. You don't know shit about back in the day, fucker. I like to call them out on that. The 80s were the best, man. The 80s were the best. I hate to break it to you, big hair was not the best. Yeah, it kind of does look like Tiny Town. Look at that Mercia, like, cheesy face. Hey! Wargroove. I would play that on my iPad.
Today, we're not just going to get a chance to talk about the game, but we will be seeing the editor in action, a live demo on stage. I'm joined by Jay Bayless and Doris Karaskotza from Chucklefish. Welcome, it's so great to have you.
Thanks.
Well,
I know.
Right away, the gameplay reminded me quite a bit of Fire Emblem and Advance Wars.
Oh my god, he said Fire Emblem too. Look, bam, call that
kind
shit
of inspirations of ours, you know. Wargroove is a turn-based tactical strategy game. It's a game about starting to build up your resources every mission and push forward into your enemy territory.
Agreed, Shiki.
And
Agreed.
Kind of dominate the map and make the right choices. But yeah, we've got a lot of unique kind of gameplay mechanics. So we're bringing it into the modern age. We've got online play, mod support, and kind of content creation as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're going to get the chance to look at today. Doris, who's operating the PC right now, tell us what it is we're looking at.
So what we're looking at today is the world map of Wargroove, and this is our campaign editor. So these are the tools we use in-house to create Wargroove campaigns, and we're shipping them with the game so players can create their own scenarios. So I've been placing down map markers, and each of those represent a mission, and then you link them together to create the path through your campaign.
And I know that one of the things you wanted to talk about was the branching path element.
Yeah, so you can have branching path, obviously, and the cool thing with that is every branch can have conditions. So for example, let's say you get a high score in a mission, and that could lead you through a harder path in your campaign.
Or you could have a secret path that triggers based on some event in the mission.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's hop into one of the missions and get that one started. And Jay, walk me through what it is that we're taking a look at.
So yeah, this is a map editor. This is like straight drawing tiles straight into the battle screen. Now it's really simple to use, really understandable immediately. You can just kind of draw those tiles straight in there and drop in the full range of units. Doris is dropping in a commander right now.
What are the commander units about? Talk to me about that.
So the commanders are kind of integral to the strategy of Wargroove. You have this unit that kind of represents like the king and queen in chess at the same time. They have unique abilities and act as your avatar in battle, and they're really powerful, so you can kind of push forward really heavily with them. But there's a lot of risk-reward in there as well, because if you actually lose that unit, then you actually lose the game.
Oh, that's what you mean by the king comparison.
Absolutely,
it's both your power unit and the queen, but your loss condition is the king.
Yeah, and other tools include you can drop down buildings right now. We've dropped in some HQs. Those are kind of like your base of operations, and to take the opponent's HQ is to win the match.
Yeah.
But on top of like kind of simple and easy to use tools, we've also got more advanced tools. So you can use this zone tool right here, and you can highlight an area and assign like a scripted encounter or sequence to that.
Okay, so if I step into that forest, someone can pop out and attack me.
Yeah, you could have bandits jump out and attack you from the woods. And the really cool thing about that is that actually ties back into the campaign map we saw earlier. So maybe that will trigger a condition. Maybe after encountering those bandits, your story takes a different turn.
Yeah, I know.
Go into the forest to fight more of them, and so on.
Now, Doris, what is the process to go from this map to a playable game?
So it's very simple, like as simple as sharing the map, actually. So you can just share your map, and if you want more content, just go online and download map, and everything in just one click, basically.
No.
And there it is. So let me actually take a step over to this timer here.
What?
It has
That's
been
ridiculous.
3 minutes, and we have gotten a chance to design a campaign map, end a mission, and get it playable. That is incredibly fast. Jay, Doris, I want to thank you both so much for coming out to talk about this game today. Cheers, guys,
thanks
and thanks for coming.
Thank you.
For full coverage of every video, announcement, and moment from the PC Gaming Show, visit PCGaming.com.
The next game that we get the opportunity to talk about is the sequel to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. It's Middle-earth: Shadow of War that has an officially announced release date. Guys, it's October 10th. Here to talk to me about it is Michael DePlater, the Vice President of Creative at Monolith. What is up, Michael?
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for the chair.
Hell yeah. Well,
you say thanks for the chair?
All that grueling standing. Yeah. And it gives us to do one of the most iconic things in PC gaming, this posture.
There.
Thank you. Now, we've heard about the October 10th release date. What are some of the things that have been changing and building upon Shadow of Mordor in terms of Shadow of War?
I think what we've tried really hard to do, although it seems pretty obvious, is take the things that were good that worked in the first game, so our combat and the Nemesis system and this world that we'd created, and to build on that, but also to take the lessons we learned in the first game and really improve those. So really make this into a truly epic fantasy that's kind of up there with if you go and see Return of the King or Lord of the Rings, and really focusing on the story and the characters as well.
I mean, you've been talking all throughout about how important story is in Shadow of War. What does that mean in terms of the work that you're doing?
It means paying off the epic scale, so having these titanic full-scale battles. It means the stakes of the story, so we're facing the most iconic and powerful villains, you know, Sauron and the Witch King and the Nazgul. And it means having these incredibly memorable and personal characters, so allies and enemies that you're working with.
And in terms of E3, what are the types of things that you're showcasing here that people can see?
Oh, the reason we're really excited for E3 is two things. People being able to get their hands on the game and play it. And also that we're going to be giving demos of the game, but because of the Nemesis system, every single demo we give, we have no idea what's going to happen.
That's awesome.
We don't know which orcs or which characters are going to turn up, which stories are going to happen. So every single time people go and see the demos,
featured content. I was like, are they going to actually be playing? But here's some live gameplay demos.
Not just at E3, but for
on the Monolith Live. But I was hoping they would show like actual
and of
stuff.
Course, you see all the information for how to watch those online
It's all right.
throughout the entire duration of E3. I know that in a moment we're going to get a chance to delve a little bit more into those story bits with a unique cinematic based on one of the characters that was in the trailer. Can you introduce her for us, Eltariel?
Yeah, so she's one of the new characters we're introducing into the world and into our story, Eltariel. She's the Blade of Galadriel. So she's essentially an assassin that's been sent to Mordor to hunt down the Nazgul and to hunt
Battle
down
Chef
anyone
Brigade,
corrupted by a ring of
nice.
power. And you, as Talion, are running around Mordor wielding a ring of power. So there's some interesting tension in that.
That would be cool. I'm down for that one, Shiki.
She's this awesome character, and as well as that, she gets her own fully playable campaign in our first major story DLC as well, which is the Blade of Galadriel.
Well, before we hop into that, I just want to say,
Cloud,
Michael, thanks so much for coming on to
don't make
talk
me get my
about
bottle.
Shadow of War. We talked about how important story is to Shadow of War, so let's take a little bit of a look at 2 minutes of the cinematic, Eltariel meeting Talion.
So it is true.
You killed me.
And yet you live. What is that like? To die and live again? Do you feel pain? Do you suffer?
What of the city? Of the Palantir?
The Nazgul have taken both. They belong to the Dark Lord now.
Yes, the Dark Lord.
I have failed.
What if you keep fighting?
He wields the light of Galadriel. You can recover the ring.
Your rings are the cause of all this, Elf Lord.
Oh?
You can see him.
I see him.
Who are you?
None your business.
I'm the Blade of Galadriel.
Since when does Galadriel work?
There's an Ooblets Discord.
Great threats make for unlikely alliances.
Is there anything in there?
You know this better than most. Now tell me more about this ring.
We crafted it to defeat Sauron. But it was lost.
The Nazgul will be drawn to the power of the ring.
We cannot let it fall into Sauron's hands. The light of Galadriel, give it to us!
Stay your hand. Mine
Chop it off!
Protect us, but it will not leave my side.
We must move quickly.
Try to keep up.
Yeah, Ghost Man, go away.
Shadow of War. As a huge fan of Shadow of Mordor, I'm really excited to see where the story goes in the sequel. And I'm pleased to say we have.
I mean, I could give it that maybe the story is fantastic, but I wonder about the actual gameplay.
I'm not allowed to say the name yet. So joining me to talk about said unnamed game is a creative director from Microsoft Studios, Adam Eisgreen. Welcome, Adam.
Unnamed game, eh?
Love being
yeah, you just joined it. All right, you have to tell me what it's about, because if it's good, I might join you.
I have. I am coming up on my 25th year making video games. So yes, you can actually make a career out of being in games. And you know, I got my start in the DOS days. Remember DOS?
Like, oh yeah, dude, I played
Zork
all day.
Yeah, but dude, you're gonna be edged down because you're older. So stop talking about it.
D&D games.
How to dodge enemies in Shadow of War. Spam spacebar.
Real-time strategy games. I was at Westwood Studios for years, working on the Command and Conquer series. Ooh. Earth and Beyond, a whole bunch of great games there.
Why is he rubbing his stomach?
So a lot of history on PC, and I'm excited to get back to it.
Well, I understand that this title is an homage to those roots, and I'm still not going to tell you what it is, but I know you're curious, so let's head right in to this world-exclusive trailer.
Oh my god, just play it already. Give it to us. Give it to me, baby. Not nice and slow. Whatchamacallit? What's the name of that Belax? It is! Oh my god, it is! No, it's Age of Empires. You said no. No, not Pharaoh, but it looks like it, doesn't it? But I meant Age of Empires. Look, everybody's like, yee! It is the same thing, but it's still, I like those games. Aegis cheats incoming. Xbox Live multiplayer. I'm not Xbox. Maybe Heliphone. Fully remastered soundtrack. Music, it means music. Join the beta. Unfortunately, joining betas and stuff has not been working well for us today, damn it.
Adam. Age of Empires was the first game I ever saved up my allowance to play as a kid. I'd weed my grandma's garden all day. She'd give me like $2, and I still stayed dedicated. Tell me about Age of Empires, man.
Man, you know, nobody has been able to play this game except if they found the CD-ROMs for the last 20 years.
And what's a CD-ROM?
I know, really.
Oh my God, seriously,
like,
stop
it.
it.
Drive? You know, and this has been such a labor of love for us at Microsoft and our development partner at Forgotten Empires to bring back Age of Empires in such a wonderful.
So yeah, by the way, Ylands is available, but you got to buy it for $10. Either Windows or Steam.
Those sprites are gorgeous.
We have redone every single asset in the original Age of Empires. Every animation, every tile set, everything that made Age of Empires great, we have carefully and lovingly taken and made even better and better.
Because I remember just watching the sprites move around in the original game. It was very blocky and stuttery.
16 facings now, so those fonts don't jitter. You know, a ton of work has gone into making the game and the presentation amazing.
What about audio?
Oh, yeah. So we've re-orchestrated and re-recorded the entire soundtrack to the game using an actual symphony this time. It sounds wonderful. People at the studios are constantly begging us to get the soundtrack already.
Now, I have to ask...
Oh my goodness, dogs,
There were some aspects to the gameplay back then that were a little janky.
Origins, and to be honest, it looks interesting. Assassin's
Yes.
Creed.
So not only have we done things like improved Find Path, which is, of course, always
Are you all hyped for that one?
We've gone in and actually modernized the UI. A lot of people forget that original Age didn't even have an idle villagers button. So all of that stuff, attack, move, all of those things that people have come to expect.
Control groups?
Yes, control groups.
1A.
Yep. So all of that stuff is all in the game now. So we've taken all of the learnings from the Age games that followed and brought it up to those standards.
And you know, speaking of modernization, I saw that it said Xbox Live Multiplayer, which, as you may or may not know, that is the online matchmaking service that Microsoft uses for PC games. I mean, how are you utilizing that?
Oh, well, we've completely redone how lobbies work and how games and matching works. You know, we have our friend system, of course, it's built into Xbox Live. So players should have a really amazing experience. We also have a web portal, so they can go and track progress and see their results against all the other players. So it should be a really wonderful experience to play.
And what about the beta that we saw at the end of that video?
Yes, so the game will be out later this year, but you can go right now to ageofempires.com and sign up for our multiplayer beta. You know, RTS games are really, you know, our multiplayer is so important. And we want to make sure that this definitive edition of Age is the absolute best we can make it.
Right.
So, you know, multiplayer, please come, sign, play with us, make the game great.
You asked me before we hopped on that you wanted to say one more special bit, a little bit of a tease. We understand that it's the 20th anniversary of Age of Empires. What is it you wanted to say?
So, yes, Age of Empires, the whole franchise will be it's hitting its 20 mark October of this year. You know, and this is the start, here at E3 with you, is the start of the celebration of 20 years of Age of Empires. And that party is going to roll. We're going to continue that. So you're going to hear from us again in Cologne, Germany at Gamescom in August. And we're going to be having a really wonderful Age of Empires event there and talking
The Ylands page will load up now, Shiki.
I think I'm going to want to hear it.
Yes.
You tease. Well, let me just say,
oh my.
Adam, thank you so much for
coming
out.
Well, they got a little saucy.
Super excited about Age of Empires.
Super excited, y'all.
That, our slew of announcements comes to an end. Before we depart, let's head back up to the mezzanine with Sonya for one last hello.
Thank you, Sean. I had an amazing time being a part of some awesome game reveals and kicking it with you guys today. If you want any more information on any of the games that you saw today, go to PCGamer.com. If you want to hang out with me and check me out on the internet at OMG It's Firefox, pretty much everywhere. I had a blast, and for one last time, back to you, Sean.
Thank you so much, Sonia. I gotta say, it was a blast. I hope you had a great time. Thank you all so much for coming out. All of you who braved LA traffic to be here in the morning.
Great time.
All of you who tuned in online. Thanks to our sponsors, Intel, Microsoft, Bohemia, Tripwire,
so we have, what,
Side
a break?
Games, and Nexon for help making this event possible. It is an absolute pleasure to have your support. And I'd also like to give a shout out to all the developers and the publishers.
It'll be back at 4 p.m.
that have been going on in the last week. We were super excited about the titles there and following them closely because we're gamers at heart, and we hope that you too enjoyed it.
Oh, no. I was talking the Wylands, my bad.
E3 starts tomorrow.
You know, the Islands thing?
So
Wrong
we hope
thing.
That
The
you
Ooblets,
get
though,
your
I
hands
didn't
on some
see
of the titles
anything
that were announced
for
in the
like
last week that you're
sign-ups
pumped
or anything.
for.
If you go to
From all the folks at PC
Ooblets.com, I
Gaming,
don't
from
see
me,
anything.
Day 9, have a wonderful day and go play some video games. We'll see you next year.
Because there's like added to your wish list, social media, infotainment, recent posts. So no, there's not, you can join the super fan club.